Hey guys. So this is our first official lesson for the month of September. I have visited you either in person in your classroom or virtually in your classroom. So those of you who got the Learn Some More About Me lesson in person will be seeing this lesson on video. And those of you who got the virtual intro to learning about me and the counseling program will have this lesson in person. So we're just going to flip-flop every other week so that it's equal. My preference would obviously be to come and see all of you in person every 2 weeks. That's just not possible. So our lesson is a fun one. We are, as I reminded you in my intro lesson, we are going to be tying what we're learning in counseling lessons with our energy bus concept for the month. And for the month of September, that is to be your own driver. So I think that you guys will enjoy this lesson. There will be some interactive pieces to this that we will do in our live in person, the second part of this lesson when I visit you the next time, when I'm actually there. So for this part, it's just kind of the not live part. Just, we're just listening and watching video clips and having fun and learning about character traits. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so I am now presenting. So our energy bus topic for this month, the month of September, is you be your own driver. So we have to think about, what does that mean to be our own driver? And I know that you guys are familiar with the energy bus, but being your own driver means you use your, you make your own choices. You use your natural strengths and abilities to the best of your ability to create positive outcomes in your life and in the life of others, right? That's the whole idea behind the whole energy bus concept. So when we're thinking about you being the driver of your own energy bus, I would like to tie it to this month's lesson, which is, of course, it's Harry Potter themed. I hope you guys don't mind, but this is just a fun way for me to kind of make it fun, and make it relatable. So the magic of character. So how do we use our natural strengths and abilities to be the driver of our own bus? So it's just a Harry Potter inspired lesson, and I think you guys will like it. All right, so we have to kind of identify what is character, right? So the adjective character, because obviously there's character, the noun, like Harry Potter is a character in a book, right? Or in a movie. But how do we define character, the adjective? So character is defined as a way that a person thinks, feels, and behaves. It's the mental and moral qualities of an individual, of a person. Sometimes it's also called traits or strengths or personality traits. So we have inside strengths that others can't see, and we have outside traits, which are also called physical traits, right? So I have blonde hair and blue eyes. Those are physical traits. But inside traits or inside strengths, they can be used interchangeably. Those are things that are naturally I'm good at, right? I'm good at, but people can't see them. So that's the difference. So when we look at a character like Harry Potter, right, his outside traits, he's known for his glasses. He's known for his lightning scar and his Gryffindor robes and his messy black hair. His inside traits are that he's very ambitious. He's very brave. He's daring. He's confident. He is very loyal to his friends and family, and he's very resourceful, right? So we're going to talk about some of those character traits today. And then we're going to connect that with what's strongest in you and how can you use those traits to be your own driver. All right, let's get moving along. So in Harry Potter, students are sorted into houses. And if you're familiar with the books, then you already know this. There's 4 houses, and they're sorted depending on what are their naturally strongest character traits. Some example of the character traits that are the house's name: responsibility, respectfulness, kindness, being witty, which just means like it's a type of humor. Being a good friend, being a natural leader, working high achievement, wisdom, being courageous, having integrity, being loyal and fair and just, being creative, being brave. So all of these things on this page here are examples of character strengths that naturally occur in people. So sometimes it takes a little bit of exploring to figure out what our natural character strengths might be. So we're going to watch a very short clip. And as we're watching this clip, I want you to be listening for what are the character strengths that are strongest in our character, the noun character, Harry Potter. So be listening for that.
When I call your name, you will come forth. I shall place the sorting hat on your head, and you will be sorted into your houses. Hermione Granger?
Oh no. Okay, relax. Mental, that one, I'm telling you.
Right then. Right. Okay. Gryffindor!
So the hat didn't actually name any traits, but if you know the books, you know the traits that Hermione has. We'll discuss them later.
Draco Malfoy.
Slytherin!
It's not a witch or wizard who went bad. It wasn't in Slytherin.
Susan Bones.
Harry, what is it?
Where shall I go?
Nothing. Nothing, I'm fine.
Let's see. I know. Hufflepuff!
Ronald Weasley.
Ha! Another Weasley. I know just what to do with you. Gryffindor!
Harry Potter.
Okay, so pay close attention to the character traits that the Sorting Hat names within Harry.
Difficult, very difficult. Plenty of courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent, oh yes, and a thirst to prove yourself. But where to put you?
Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin, eh? Are you sure? You could be great, you know. It's all here in your head. And Slytherin will help you on the way to greatness. There's no doubt about that. No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor!
Okay. So what did we hear were the traits that the Sorting Hat named for Harry? They're the Gryffindor house character strengths, which are being courageous. Courageous means overcoming fear. Courageous is a state of mind. It's a way of thinking. Loyal. Stick to it. When you've got somebody's back, you're going to see it through and through, right? That's loyalty. Being confident, being honest. Bravery. Bravery is facing danger without fear. So the difference between being courageous and being brave is that in the character trait of brave, there is no fear associated with it. But courage means that you are overcoming a fear and still following through. And then being a natural leader. So Harry Potter is a natural leader. Now, the Sorting Hat also named some of the Slytherin traits, which are not bad. Slytherins kind of get a bad rap, but they're not bad traits. They're actually really positive traits. But again, when we think about being the driver of our own bus, those positive traits, some of the Slytherins have chosen to not be a very positive driver, right? They've taken those really positive traits and kind of flipped them over on their head and used them for not good things. So What I want us to think about as we move through this lesson is how can the Gryffindor character strengths help us to create a positive vision for our school year, right? And how do you think that the Gryffindor strengths might help you be your own driver and help you affect positive change? How could being courageous, loyal, confident, honest, brave, and a natural leader help you to be your own driver? So be thinking about that. All right, moving on. So Ravenclaw, we didn't see anybody in Ravenclaw. But Ravenclaw is one of my favorite houses. It's tied. So if you didn't know, I'm sort of like one of those people that doesn't fit into one house. Whenever I take this Wizarding World quiz, I get 50% Ravenclaw and 50% Hufflepuff. Nearly every time. I always get one of those. So Ravenclaw's natural character strengths are creativity, wit, which is sort of like quick, intelligent kind of humor. Witty people usually have like a quick, funny comeback without really having to think about it. Intelligence and curiosity, always wanting to learn new things, meet new people. Perception. So perceptive means that these people have the trait of being very insightful. They're able to see what others may not see. And that can be in the world around them or within people. So for instance, with me, one of my natural character strengths is that I'm very perceptive. I'm perceptive of the way people are feeling, of the way that even little tiny clues within body language, tone of voice, facial expressions that maybe not everybody might pick up on, I'm usually very good at picking up on. So that's perceptive. Integrity means doing the right thing when no one is looking. A person in Ravenclaw has this as a natural strength. And studiousness, which means that people in Ravenclaw have a drive to be academically focused. They're also known sometimes as bookworms, right? And I think pretty much all of these I am pretty much all of these things, like very curious, very artistic, very creative. I already told you guys I like humor, right? I would never do the wrong thing, even if I could get away with it. And growing up and even now, I'm extremely studious and book-minded. I love reading, I love studying, I love learning new things and exploring new things. So these are the Ravenclaw character strengths. How can these character strengths, so think about whether or not you have some of these as well, right? Think about these character strengths. How do these character strengths help us to be the drivers of our own bus? And what can these strengths help you succeed at? When you're thinking about setting goals and being purpose-driven in your school year, what could these strengths help you succeed at? If you want to, you can just take down some notes or write down some notes for this, like what we're covering and what you think matches with you and your character strengths, because that will be useful in the next lesson when I come to your live lesson. All right, moving on. Hufflepuff. So you'll see me wearing Hufflepuff. I have a Hufflepuff lanyard and a sweater, and Hufflepuff is sort of the house that I choose to be a part of because I really identify with the character strengths in this house, and I feel like it fits my role as a counselor more too. So Hufflepuffs have the natural character strengths of being kind, empathetic, nurturing. So this is just like a natural caretaker. Nurturing means you naturally want to and enjoy taking care of other living things, whether that's plants, animals, or other people. Honesty, loyalty, hard work, and effort. So even if something doesn't come naturally easy to you, if you have this character strength, then you will do what you need to do. You'll put your nose to the grind and work hard and put in the effort that it takes to meet your goal. Patience. Patience is something that I think is sometimes overlooked as being a strength. Patience is a very important strength because patience means you're able to wait. You're able to quietly wait, and you don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed or stressed if you need to wait. So, and then just means that you have a natural concern for peace and a general respect for people. So this is the character strengths that are strongest within the Hufflepuff house. So how did these strengths help us be the driver of our own bus? And which of these strengths do you think that you identify with the most? Do you think any of them could help you succeed at school? Think about that for just a moment and maybe write down some notes. And now we come to our last house, which is Slytherin. So Slytherin usually gets a bad rap because, as they said in that little video clip, all of the bad wizards have come out of Slytherin. But I think what's important to remember here is that these traits are good. These are very positive character traits, character strengths. They're interchangeable. Ambition is a strong desire to achieve or overcome obstacles. It's a stick-to-itiveness. I'm not going to give up. Setting high goals for myself and then doing what I need to. Whoops, my lights went off because I wasn't moving. Sorry, guys. And then doing what I need to meet my goal, right? That's ambition. That's a positive thing. Intelligence, another very positive character trait that is natural within the Slytherin house. Determination is definitely positive. This character trait means you don't give up. You do what it takes. You never are willing to give up. Resourcefulness. Sometimes this is another one, kind of like patience, that is overlooked as being a strength. But people who are resourceful have the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome challenges. And this can be in all different facets of life. This can be in friendships, social situations, maybe situations that might be sticky, like dangerous, right? Resourceful people are quick about thinking, what can I do to get out of this? What can I do to make this better? What can I do to change the situation for the better, right? So that's resources. They overcome challenges by being quick and clever. And then loyalty. So yes, Slytherins sometimes get a bad rap, but they are definitely loyal. They stick with their own little crew, don't they? and loyalty is a very positive character trait. So let's talk about how within the story of Harry Potter, the Slytherins, if we're tying this back to our energy bus concept of being your own driver, right? If you're your own driver, then you hold the power to make choices that are either positive or negative. Think about things in either a positive light or a negative light, right? And affect change either in a positive way or a negative way. You make those choices. That's how you're the driver of your own bus. When we talk about all the bad wizards coming out of the Slytherin house, that doesn't mean that their character strengths, their character traits are bad. Their character traits are positive. They've just chosen, some of them have chosen to use those positive character traits and use them for not positive outcomes, right? So that's important to remember. Slytherins aren't bad. Okay, so how can these character traits help us to be the driver of our own bus? How can these strengths help you be your own driver? And which of these strengths do you share? Right? And you'll notice some of them overlap. Like when the sorting hat was on Harry's head, he named ambition and intelligence and resourcefulness and loyal, right? And that Slytherin house list of traits overlaps quite a bit. If we go back with our Gryffindor house traits, they overlap. They really do. Many of the Slytherins are also brave. They're fearless, right? And a lot of them are natural leaders too. They just have chosen not to be a positive driver of their own bus. Okay, so which house do you think you have the most character traits that you kind of identify with? Which house would you want to be sorted into? Next time I come and visit you, we are going to do a sorting hat, sort of like a sorting hat quiz to help you identify what your strongest character traits are. And just for fun, put you into a house, unless you already know what your house is. Some of us do. But just for fun. But this is just kind of a way for us to tie this lesson about using our natural strengths and abilities to be our own driver, right? So this is a good way to do it because the houses in Harry Potter do just that. They identify positive character traits. And then we have examples throughout the story of how those traits can be used either for positive, if we're the driver of our own bus in a positive way, or negative, if we're the driver of our own bus and we choose to go down the negative road, right? So next time I come in person, I'll have we'll review this, and then I'll have a sorting hat quiz for you guys to take. And we are going to discuss more in depth what your strongest character traits are and how you would use those traits to be a purposeful and positive driver of your own energy bus. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now so that we can continue with our lesson. All right. Okay, so I don't want to accidentally log off. Okay, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it was meaningful for you and also kind of fun. Like I said, I try to make things as enjoyable as possible so that you're not bored while you're learning. But these are good things to learn about. This is kind of a self-exploration process. And later on in the year, when we do our career unit, we'll kind of delve into this a little bit more in depth about your character traits and strengths, natural interests, natural abilities, and then tie that with careers. That might be a good fit. But that's later on down the road. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And until next time, have a great day wherever you are, whether it's morning or afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. And I will see you live and in person the next time we have a lesson. Bye-bye.